Hello, and welcome to BizRun. This video will show you how an employee can assign a BizE-Form task to one or more people. For this demonstration, we have multiple characters in play in this fictional company. Arista is a system administrator and approver. Hilda is the initiator. The other characters are Stephanie, Callie, and Sly. The case for this demonstration is a company has recently updated their Employee Handbook. This is typically something that everyone in the company would need to review and agree to. We're going to use only 3 people for this example to complete this task. First, as a system administrator, like Arista, you'll need to review the workflow settings for task assignments by going to Settings, Workflow, then Task Assignments. From here, you can allow tasks to be assigned to everyone in the organization by clicking this checkbox. By default, this is disabled or unchecked, which means a person who is initiating a task assignment can only assign tasks to themselves and the people reporting to them. If this option is enabled or checked, then a person who is initiating a task assignment can assign tasks to anyone and everyone in the company, regardless of what roles and/or level in the organization they are in. So let's check this checkbox. The next setting gives the option of requiring the system administrator to approve the request of assigning the task prior to the task being assigned and distributed. Let's set this to yes. And finally, the last setting gives the option of suspending the need for approval if a system administrator were initiating the request to assign a task. So let's keep this at no. Then click Submit. Now that the workflow settings are set, let's have Hilda initiate the transaction to assign a task. Logged in as Hilda, she would need to go to Home, Active, and click the Task Assignments icon next to the search bar. The task assignment form will open. From here, she would type in the description, in this case Employee Handbook 2020. Select the type of BizE-Form, PDF form, since the Employee Handbook is in a PDF format. Click the Choose File button to select the file already saved on her computer. Type in the signature statement. This typically states the person assigned the task has read and understood the handbook or any other policy you may want to add here, and will abide accordingly, along with an attestation stating that they would be electronically signing this document. If she wanted to allow the employee assigned or assignee the ability to upload a document, then this checkbox should be checked and instructions be provided in this box. The due date can be specified by clicking into this box. The due date is required and will also trigger reminders for upcoming and past due events if applicable to the employees assigned. So let's set this for Friday. As for the Assigned To field, this is where Hilda would assign the task. When she clicks the icon, the assignment list pops up. From here, depending on how the workflow settings are set, she can either type her name for person and specify how many levels of subordinate underneath her she would assign the task to, or, since Arista checked the box to allow tasks to be assigned to everyone in the company earlier, Hilda can type anyone's name here, then search for and select the people she wants to assign this task to. In this fictional company, the 3 people she wants to assign the task to eventually report up to Kelly. So let's type in Kelly for person. Then type in a large number for levels of subordinates to ensure it lists out everyone underneath him. Then click Search. From here, we can further refine the search by typing in their names in the search bar. For example, Stephanie, Callie, and Sly. Once selected, click the Review button to confirm the people selected. Then click the Assign Users button. This will bring her back to the task assignment screen, which will now show that 3 people will be assigned this task. Comments can be added below for additional information. Visibility of this resulting signed document can be designated here by these checkboxes. Once all is set, Hilda would just need to click Submit to kick this off. Just like any other transaction, once initiated, it will show up in the Initiator's Pending tab. So let's go there now. When she clicks the arrow to expand, you'll notice that the transaction is waiting approval from the sysadmin, per the workflow settings. When she clicks the Assign To button, it will show you who the task will be assigned to once the transaction is approved. She also has the option to view details or withdraw the transaction with these buttons below. So let's jump to Arista's view of BizRun, as she is required to approve this for Hilda. Immediately after Hilda submits her request, Arista would get a notification of the approval request. To approve, Arista would either need to click the link on the email notification, or if she's already in BizRun, go directly to her active pane. From there, she'll see the item from Hilda. Click the arrow to expand, then she'll be able to view details by clicking the View Details button. Just like any other request for approval, she has the choice to either approve or reject. Let's approve this request for Hilda by clicking Approve, then Submit. Immediately after Arista approves Hilda's request, Stephanie, Callie, and Sly would get a notification of the task assignment. From here, we'll go to each assignee's view to demonstrate how this task can be completed. First, we'll go to Stephanie's view of BizRun on her desktop device. To complete the task, Stephanie would either need to click the link on the email notification, or if she's already in BizRun, go directly to her active pane. From there, she'll see the item from Hilda. Click the arrow to expand to see the details. The due date is displayed on the first line. The second line shows who initiated or assigned the task to Stephanie and others. If approvers were required to approve prior to the task assignment, it will show here along with any comments provided. To complete the task, Stephanie would click the Complete Task button. The task would then pop up, in this case, the updated Employee Handbook. If she chooses to do the task later, she can simply click Exit and come back to it the same way at a different time. After reviewing the handbook, she would review the signature statement, check the checkbox to electronically sign, then click Submit. Once she clicks Submit, she's done with the task. Consequently, the electronically signed Employee Manual is now saved in Stephanie's Personal Info Documents tab and can be viewed or retrieved by everyone who was designated on the visibility list when Hilda initiated it. If we jump back to Hilda's view of the pending item in BizRun, she can see that one assignee has completed the task, while two others haven't. If she clicks on this button, then she will know that Stephanie was the one who completed the task so far. Now let's go to Callie's view of BizRun. And since she primarily uses a mobile device, we'll show you how she can complete the same task on her mobile device. To complete the task, and since Callie is already in BizRun, she would go directly to her Approvals screen by tapping on that icon. From there, she'll see the Employee Handbook 2020 item from Hilda. If she chooses to do the task later, she can simply tap Exit instead and come back to it the same way at a different time. After reviewing the handbook, she would review the signature statement, tap the checkbox to electronically sign, then tap Submit. Once she taps Submit, she is done with the task. Just like Stephanie's, the electronically signed Employee Manual is now saved in Callie's Personal Info Documents tab and can be viewed or retrieved by everyone who is designated on the visibility list when Hilda initiated it. Before we go over to Sly's view of BizRun, let's go to Hilda's view to demonstrate yet another way for her to see the status of this task assignment of reviewing and agreeing to the updated Employee Handbook. She can go to Reports, Generic, Task Assignment. Type the name of the person who initiated the task assignment transaction, in this case Hilda. Specify the date range for the due date of the assigned task. Then click Run Report. The report will pop up, which will show description, due date, status, how many completed, how many pending. This report can be generated at any time, while the item is still pending, or even after everyone has responded and completed the task. And you could choose to export this to a CSV file if you click this button. Now let's go through a case where one of the assignees no longer has to complete the task assigned to them. Perhaps assigning them the task was a mistake, or they may have been terminated. Furthermore, let's say this person was the last on the list of assignees that needed to complete the task in order for this item to be closed out. In other words, without them completing this task, it would be stuck in pending. We'll use Sly for this example. For this case, the initiator, Hilda, would just need to go to her pending pane, click the item to expand, then click the Mark Closed button. By doing this, the task assignment would be closed, and furthermore, Sly would no longer see this in his active pane. Once all the task assignees have completed the task, or the initiator marks the item closed, it will disappear from the initiator's pending tab. Consequently, all the completed and electronically signed documents will be stored in the assignee's Personal Info Documents tab, and the report for the task will be updated accordingly. And that's how PDF, URL, and text BizE-Form tasks can be assigned to one or more employees in a company in BizRun. Hope this helps. Thank you for watching.